everyone, coming to you guys with a quick teaching message. Is something secretly draining your energy? A lot of times, you guys could be a lot of things could be draining you, and you're not realizing. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I want to give you guys a few tips that these things can be draining energy, and you're not realizing that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So the first thing that you guys will want to pay attention to is that you can be dating or living with an energy vampire. So I like to call them energy vampires. You know, energy vampires could be a male or female that you can be dating right now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and that person could be sucking all your energy because that person, energy is energy. That person could be, had bad negative energy from previous relationships, and then you bring it into you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and then you sap up all that energy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's why I always tell you guys, you gotta be careful who you're swapping spit with. I always tell a lot of my clients and family and friends, you know, you never date nobody that is struggling and people who are having depression and sadness and stuff like that. The minute you see people having a whole bunch of problems, the minute you just meet that person, cut them off quick and find someone that you can clean yourself up as fast as possible. Because you are walking around with the old soul ties energies, a bunch of souls attached to it. Every time someone goes with someone, I always tell you guys, you have to clean up yourself. Don't bring that old energy from your last relationship. A lot of people walking around and keep spreading bringing a bunch of old soul tie energy into your life, and have your whole life and have you feeling all drained and weak and depressed and all them things, especially if you're healthy, you have a healthy lifestyle, eating healthy and minerals and you're exercising, you're working out and you're still feeling drained. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so that's one of the things you want to check. You want to look at your partner, whether it's a male or female. That person could be an energy vampire. And it's not like the person's a bad person. It's just that the person's lifestyle and the people who that person was with coming into your life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so in order for that to really work moving forward, you both, and the person's a good person, but they happen to be sucking the energy, the both of you guys have to clean up yourself. You know what I'm saying? And spiritually, in some type of way. Yeah. So that is one of the things that can be having you draining right now. And next thing, number 2, your workplace and co-workers can be draining your energy daily. You ever notice sometimes some people, you're home good, and when time to go into your work, just before you hit the building, you start to feel drained, you start to feel heavy, a heaviness start to come down upon you. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I do not know who need to hear this, but a lot of people sometimes, your workplace have you feeling sad, depressed, and drained. The people, their energies are not aligned with you. And sometimes you can be praying, you can be doing different things. It's just not working. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so it have certain things we can do to offset that, but I cannot share my gifts in the public because you have too much content stealers and people are going to run with it as they're the expert. After knowing I work so hard, I have over 30 years experience. So anybody on the fence here right now, go to the spiritualfixer.com. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so these are some of the signs your co-workers and the building that you're walking into could have a bunch of negative energy and is not aligning with your spirit, and it have you feeling drained, especially if it's a healthy person. All right. Yeah. Number 3, your home or apartment can be sucking all your energy also too. That's the next thing too. Your home or your apartment also too need to be cleansed as soon as possible. Also too, our next thing too, you just get a place. That's why I always tell people straight up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, if you're buying a foreclosure home, you're buying a home where people had financial problems and things like that. That's like some people from different culture, they don't buy places if they see and they drive around and they see the people that living in that previous home were struggling or they have financial problems. They mightn't go live in that home because in some cultures they feel like if that person is going through financial problem, they're moving that home. Even if they able to clean out the home properly, in their culture they feel like they're going to have financial problems also too from that person. That's why some people only buy homes if the person is on the same level like them or higher. You know what I'm saying? Yes, spiritually, mentally, financially, you know, yeah. So some people are like that from different cultures, you know, yeah. So that is something that you guys have to pay attention to. I've seen happen many times where people just move in homes, they do Palo Santo on stage, and then nothing in really happening, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and they don't realize that the home also too is secretly draining the energy, because you will need to call in the Calvary. You know what I'm saying? Yes, in order for things to feel better in your home. That's why you're restless at night, you can't sleep. You're going to bed, you're only getting like 2 hours sleep, you can't sleep. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So if you can't sleep in your home, you can be having anxiety, you could be having a whole bunch of, sometimes you be overthinking all kind of stuff. Sometimes your home, the energy in your home is not aligned with your spirit. So we have to fix that problem. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So if you are watching this, that could be one of the problems that's secretly draining your home. You know, you guys need to pay attention to that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and especially if you never spiritually cleanse the place properly. You know, number four, next thing too is that your vitamins level in your body, it could be low. You will need to go to a doctor, let them run some blood work, and to see some run some panels, some blood panels, to check to see, you know what I'm saying, because sometimes too you can be low on vitamin D, you can be low on iron, you know what I'm saying, yeah, you know what I'm saying, yeah, you can be low on iron, you can be low on B12, B6, vitamin D, zinc. These are very, very important vitamins, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm not a medical doctor or anything like that, so you guys will need to check with your medical doctors, you know, let them run some blood work and check and see. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that and all too could be secretly having you feeling your energy drained. I remember a couple of years ago, you know, I was low on vitamin D because I don't go out in the sun like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm always in my car, always in the AC and things like that. And I remember one time I feel like I wanted to die. I was feeling weak, you know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. And then, you know, I went to the doctor, you know what I'm saying? I went to the doctor, you know what I'm saying, and they run some blood work and stuff, and my vitamin D was low. You know what I'm saying? Very, very low. So I know for sure from my experience, and I'm saying, yeah, you need to check your vitamin level. And then you might be thinking someone doing your witchcraft. That time nobody doing no witchcraft or nothing like that. You get this low, and you're low on vitamins because you're not taking your vitamins, you're not eating properly and things like that. So that is something that you guys need to pay attention to, you know, because people can lie to you, and you thinking, you know, something wrong. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I've seen that happen many times. So you guys have to be careful. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then too, also too, someone can be sending witchcraft at you. And it could have you feeling weak and drained and stuff, and feeling depressed and sad. So I've seen that many, many times. So sometimes we have to be careful. That is why, you know, if anybody on the fence here right now, heading into 2026, we have and a half again to go by the time this video drop, you know. So I mean a month and a half again to go, you know, before the year done. And I'm saying, yeah. So, you know, so we have a month and a half again to go, and that's why, you know, we have to get things in order. You know what I'm saying? Yes. If anybody here now watching this and you're any fans, and you have a month and a half to go before 2026, you don't want to take this energy into 2026. It's not a good look. It's not a good start. And then next year is going to be, you think this year was rough, next year is going to be tough. Next year is going to be much harder. And, you know, a lot of people need to have their own blueprint. And I'm saying, yeah, so, you know, to be ready for 2026. And I mean, because so much things that we see is going to happen, that a lot of you guys are not ready. And, you know, I'll be sending prayers and healing energy to anyone who is secretly feeling, you know, you feel like something secretly draining your energy, you know. Yeah. So, you know, I remember, as I told you guys, that I'm saying I was low on vitamin D. You know, I know something is wrong. You can feel your body. You can know when something is wrong. You know, sometimes too, you know, you can be low on vitamins and stuff, and you have all kind of brain fog, and things like you're feeling confused and stuff. You feel like you want to faint. You know, so you might want to check with your medical doctor. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So not everything is witchcraft. Remember that. I always try to tell you guys that. A lot of you young people that be getting scammed, running by all kind of people, and people telling them everything is witchcraft and they have generational curses. And some of them have mental problems. You know, it's not witchcraft. You know, I've seen that happen many times, especially the under 30 crew. They're the ones that always get scammed in the biggest. You know, the ones that under 30, yeah. And always are female. Always females, always between the age of 23 and 30. You guys always get scammed the most. I've seen that over the years. And I have helped a lot of you guys and turn things around. You know what I'm saying? So you guys have to be careful going by the wrong people, lying to you guys, and not getting to the root cause of the problem. Okay? So take care, guys. No request videos. And happy birthday to all my Scorpios, you know, all my November Scorpios heading into, you know, for the rest of the month. Okay? Take care, guys. No request video. Bye.